Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the 2023 facelifted Hyundai Palisade. Behind me is the limited trim, so I'm going to go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood there is a 3.8 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are 19 in the city, 25 highway, and 21 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this Palisade. If you guys are interested in these standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video. And it does have a few options right here, and the price with destination is $50,495. If you guys are curious about the color is called Steel Graphite, and it does look pretty good on this limited trim. There is 5 trims to choose from. There is the SE, SEL, XRT, Limited, and Calligraphy, and the Limited is the second highest trim you could buy, and it is finished in this steel graphite, and I personally think it does look pretty good on this Palisade. And coming to the front, it does look very good. I think Hyundai did a great job with the facelift. I really like the gloss black Hyundai badge and the grille. And for the headlights, everything right here in the front is LED. I love the way how the turn signal indicators look like. The daytime running light is nice and bright, and for the high and low beam they're LED. And I really love what Hyundai did with paying attention to details. If you guys look inside, you'll see the paying attention to details, and it does say Hyundai full LED system. And for the low beam, it is located up top. The high beam is underneath it. There's some parking sensors here in the front. Again guys, I really love this gloss black grille, and in the bottom there is a bottom grille. Here is a sensor for the braking assist, emergency braking. But yeah, seriously, I think Hyundai did a great job with the facelift of this Hyundai Palisade. So here is the side view of this Palisade, and the side view looks the same as prior to the facelift. Can't really tell that this is the facelifted, probably just from the rims and a little bit from the front. Anyways guys, all the window trims are finished in chrome. There's a little bit of gloss black on the pillars, and this one has roof rails as a standard feature, and the crossbars are part of an option. All the door handles are finished in brushed aluminum. Even the trim in the bottom is finished in brushed aluminum. So far the rims, they're actually not my favorite. I really wish that Hyundai changes the way how they do the rims on their SUVs. So the rims are not my favorite. The size is not too bad, 245, 50, 20. They're nice and comfortable. I just came back from the POV test drive of this Palisade, so if you guys are interested in the driving, make sure to check it out on my channel. On the mirrors, there is a blind spot monitoring system, turn signal indicators, and a camera for the 3D view system this Palisade has. And honestly, this 3D view looks amazing. But for now, let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back of this Palisade. Here is the back of this Hyundai Palisade, and the back looks pretty good. There's going to be a spoiler up top. Doesn't really have a lot of design to it, but it definitely adds a nicer look to the back of this Palisade. This right here on the side is finished in gloss black. Here is the rear wiper. Third brake light is located up there, and Palisade is spelled out back here, finished in chrome. The Hyundai badge is nice and big, finished in chrome. Here is the H-Track badge. That means this is the all-wheel drive Palisade. And for the tail lights, everything right here in the back is LED. Turn signal indicators look really nice, but I just don't like the fact that the reverse lights are in the bottom. I really wish they were within the tail light housing. Here is the backup camera. Reflectors in the bottom. Right on top there is the parking sensors. I really like the style of the exhaust tips. So there is dual exhaust tips here in the back, connected to the exhaust pipe, which is good. I'm glad that there's no fake exhaust tips in the back of this Palisade. But yeah, overall I think the back looks pretty good. Here's a key of this Hyundai Palisade. It does look good. Prior to the facelift it was different. It is a nice light key, but it does feel solid. There is 5 buttons on this key: lock, unlock, tailgate release, panic button, and a remote start. I really like the chrome around. The back is finished in flat black, and the front is finished in brushed aluminum. So let's go ahead and open the lift gate. There's 3 different ways to open the lift gate. There's one on the key, one right there, and one inside. Lift gate opens nice and quick. There is a handle up there with a button to close the lift gate, and inside there is a ton of room. The opening is nice and big, and I completely forgot, but the ground clearance on this Palisade is 7.9 inches. and getting in and out of this SUV is very easy. The loading floor is nice and low. Right here on the right there is a tie down, another tie down right there, Harman Kardon speaker. Right here there is a few buttons. There is the buttons for the second row, and then the third row is powered. There is a 12 volt right here. Let me go ahead and drop the second row down. They're automatic, by the way, so you don't have to hold the buttons down, which is of course nice. And the seats do go nice and flat. Let's go ahead and drop the second row down. So you gotta hold the button down. Seat will go down. Same thing for the other one. All right, so let me go ahead and drop the left seat down and show you how it looks like with all the seats down. All right, so all the seats are dropped down, locked in place, and seriously guys, there is just a ton of space in the back of this Palisade, and I just love the fact that the seats go nice and flat. Right here on the right there is 2 cup holders, there is 1 USB Type-C, heated seats in the back, and a button to fold the seats down. Same thing on the left side, and I think the only SUV that has heated seats in the back is the BMW X7, and they're one touch, which is very, very nice. And let me go ahead and show you what's underneath. So underneath there is a ton of space. It is nice and deep. Here is the jack tools. The spare tire is located underneath this SUV, and yeah, I just love the fact that there is a ton of space. And I think the Palisade is actually the biggest 3-row SUV, the biggest trunk space in the 3-row SUV segment. Here is the door handle. It is finished in brushed aluminum. It does have a sensor on it. This is to lock the SUV, and there is a sensor behind the door handle. This is to unlock the SUV. Here is the front door panel. The front door panel looks right. This top portion right here is nice and soft. I really like this trim. Has a really nice feel to it, and door handle feels nice and solid. Memory seats, tweeter, and this whole thing right here is nice and soft. The armrest is padded. I really wish it was a little bit softer. This is finished in silver brushed aluminum. Window switches, mirror controls, everything looks good. The front 2 windows are automatic up and down. I really wish that everything is automatic on this limited trim, but maybe Hyundai is reserving the fully automatic windows for the Genesis. And this is plastic. This actually feels very good plastic, very solid, not cheap at all. Here is the speaker. It is the Harman Kardon sound system, and this is standard on the limited trim. If you guys get the SEL trim, you could get the Harman Kardon sound system as an option, as a package, $5,000 package. And there's a good amount of storage place in the bottom of this door. For the seats, nice and comfortable, and I really like the design of those seats. And I drove this Palisade for about half an hour, and I was very comfortable. Some white piping, which looks good. Thigh extension, seat controls, and lumbar support. But let's go ahead and move inside this Palisade, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 Hyundai Palisade. So the interior did change. So there is a brand new steering wheel. The vents look different, the screens look different, or the screen looks different. But yeah, seriously, the interior looks nice, but I do love the exterior more. I think Hyundai did a great job with the front end of this Palisade. For the steering wheel, it is straight from something like a Hyundai Sonata, but I really like the design of it. I love the fact that there is an opening in the bottom, and right here on the left there is the voice command, volume controls, phone control, favorite button, and on the right there is the cruise controls, the safety features. This button right here will control the center of this 12.3-inch screen. In some menus you could go up and down, and yeah, everything looks nice. Everything has a really nice feel to it. The build quality is very good. There's some paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. On the left there is the headlight controls with the turn signal controls, and on the right there is the wiper controls for the front and back. Here is the engine start stop. This cluster display changes when you put this SUV in sport mode, and Eco mode, it does change. So here is Smart, Sport, Comfort, Eco, and Snow. I really wish that the gauges changed a little bit faster. The graphics are a little bit slow. Here is the vent, and it does look good. There's some brushed aluminum on it. I really like the paying attention to details. And here is the brightness control. The tow mode, I think, is brand new for the 2023 Palisade. Traction control, tailgate release, and the e-brake. Here is the screen. It is a 12.3 inch screen. Does look good. Does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but not wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. System itself, it's nice and responsive. And here is the backup camera. Backup camera is seriously amazing. It is nice and clear. And there is few modes. There is the down or few angles, rims. There is the 3D view. Seriously amazing, very nice and clear, very responsive. Here is the 360. You could zoom in and zoom out. Not a lot of companies do this, so that's good. And coming down, the vents are brand new for 2023. This is nice and soft. Here is the engine start stop. There is some shortcuts right here. Let's say if you want to go to navigation, click the map button. This will take you straight to navigation. Emergency light button, volume knob, tune knob. Climate controls are very easy to use. Auto function, sync function. This Palisade has tri-climate control, so there's some climate controls in the back. Fan speed, modes. You could control the rear climates from here. And here is the shifter that will control the 8-speed automatic transmission. Very easy to use. There is 4 buttons: park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Here is a brake hold. Cold seats, 3 stages. Heated seats, 3 stages. Heated steering wheel, 1 setting. Drive modes are very easy to use. Just rotate the wheel and that will put the SUV in the mode you want it to be in. There is a button right here. It says lock. Basically all the wheels will spin at the same time if you're stuck in snow or mud. Hill descent, parking sensors. This button right here will turn on the camera system. And here is the engine start stop. So when you come to complete stop, the engine will turn off. This limit trim has a different middle console look. So not like the other trims. You could close this cover if you want to. Just push this and it will open. 1 USB, a wireless phone charger, 2 cup holders, and something that is really cool about the cup holders, you could actually put them in. So you could tuck them in just like that. And if you want one to be out only, just click the button, it will come out. So you could use this place as a storage place if you don't want to use the cup holders. This is a little bit on the harder side. Inside there is a ton of space, 1 tray, nice and deep, and 1 12-volt, 1 USB. And in the bottom there is 1 12-volt, 1 USB, and a good amount of storage place for something like a purse. And here is the rear view mirror. It's frameless. It does have some garage controls underneath it, and LED lights, which is expected, and Blue Link SOS. There is a rear view mirror, so you could see the kids or the people sitting in the back. There is a switch to open this standard size sunroof. Let me go ahead and show you. It does open nice and quick, but I really wish it had a panoramic sunroof. But what it has is a fixed glass in the back. It does not open, only the shade opens. But honestly, when it's open, it brings in a ton of lights and it makes this SUV even roomier. And this is nice and soft, feels good. And inside there is a massive mirror with a nice bright LED light. All right, so here's the back door panel. The back door panel has the same design as the front. This top portion right here is nice and soft. There is a privacy screen. Here is a tweeter. It does look good. Door handle feels nice and solid. This whole thing right here is nice and soft. I love the trim. The armrest is nice and soft, silver. The window switch feels nice and solid. 2 cup holders, 1 small, 1 big. A little bit of storage place. Here is the speaker. It does say Harman Kardon sound system on it. Plastic, which is completely fine. For the second row, it is nice and spacious. A ton of headroom and a very good amount of legroom. Here is the handle to recline the seat. I really like the white piping. This button right here will bring the seat to the front to be able to get into the third row. And yeah, overall, I really like the design of this seat. There is a button right here, and this one has the captain's chair, so it doesn't really have anything in the front, in the middle, and there is no armrest right here. There's those armrests on the side of the seat. The SEL trim with the premium package I reviewed had a full seat back here with an armrest, but this Palisade Limited does not. There is a storage place right here on the side, and back here there is actually one USB Type-C, another one right here, and climate controls are very easy to use. There's heated seats, cold seats, temperature, fan speed, off button, AC outlet, and a 12 volt. And let me go ahead and actually hop in the back to show you the amount of space this Palisade has. So as you guys see, when clicking this button, the seat will go to the front like this. And yeah, let me go ahead and hop inside and show you the amount of legroom and headroom in this Palisade. So I am sitting in the third row, and there is a decent amount of legroom. I would say there's an inch between my knees and the seat in front of me, and the person that is going to be sitting in front of me is going to be nice and comfortable. There is storage places or pockets in the driver and passenger seats, and there is a good amount of headroom back here. And I love the fact that the third row is not very low, so my knees are not very high. So I think third row is good for adults, but not very tall adults. So here I am sitting in the second row, and there is a very good amount of legroom. I did not move this seat at all, so it is the same place. And up here there is a vent, so you could move it, you could lock it if you want to. There is another vent right here, two in the back with some lights. There is an LED, two LED lights back here, and here is the fixed glass, which looks good and brings in a lot of light, as I said. And that's how the front of this Palisade looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 Hyundai Palisade. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Moody here at Key Hyundai in Milford. And if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, please like and subscribe, because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.